Alright, let's go ahead and move on over to the cameras here. I must have turned them off. I did turn me cameras off. Nice. Doesn't hurt to turn the cameras on. So anyways, I've got my main camera here, beautiful 1080p 60 frames, and I've got my second overhead camera here. So we should be good. Kill any chance of echo here. So anyways, I just thought I would go ahead and prep um my turkey brine live and maybe interact with folks if they hop in or not. If not, no big deal. We're going to go through the steps and go ahead and make the brine anyways and put the turkey in it. And then tomorrow, of course, I will be injecting the turkey, getting out of the brine, injecting it, and then putting it on the smoker, along with a rub on it, of course, and just let that bad boy cook for a while. So, anyways, the standard things I use in my brine is brown sugar, which we got right here, and then some peppercorns, a little bit of Grandpa's cough syrup, whiskey, and some apple juice, kosher salt, and then we top it up with some water, about a gallon of water. So I'm going to bring the pot over, and we're going to go ahead and put this brine together real quick. So I got a 5-quart kettle here. I use this for the home brewing portion of my channel. I haven't actually used this kettle that often or lately at all, but it's the first kettle I've ever owned home brewing, so I'm going to go ahead and use it for this, like I have in other videos. Now, what I am using, if you are trying to figure out what you want to brine your turkey in, I'm using actually a very large storage bag. This is a Hefty brand one. They're these guys right here. Now, I used to buy, I'm going to swap my cat away, get away. So, knock him off the counter. So, I used to buy the Glad or the Ziploc ones, but I couldn't find them this year. Unless you buy them online. I didn't think that I needed to buy them online. So whatever, we're going with Hefty this time. You lose, Ziploc. Sorry. So anyways, we've got this big, massive bag in here, and I've got it lined in my pots, as you can see in the camera there. So we're going to go ahead and put this together. First thing we're going to do is put a cup of bourbon in here. So I'm going to take some of this Jim Beam. I know it's cheap, but it works. And hey, we don't want to spend top shelf on just brining our turkey, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and do a cup of that. And my wife will be very excited and not worry about drinking too much of my bourbon and leaving none for Mr. Turkey tonight. So, anyways, that's all that's left. Of course, she's had a little bit of it. Go ahead and pour the bourbon in. Next, we're going to add 2 cups of kosher salt in here. So I'm going to get my little measuring guy here. We'll go ahead and get the 2 cups of kosher salt. And this is a brand new box. And I hate these boxes, man. And do 2 cups. Salt is like the key ingredient in a brine. It's what makes all the magic happen. Helps that flavor go right inside the bird. And the moisture actually helps retain the moisture. It's the whole point of a brine, right? Retain that moisture. So next, I'm going to add a couple of cups of apple juice here. Just any apple juice will do, really. Whatever you tend to buy at the store, cheap, good, whatever, organic, non-organic, whatever your poison is. Go ahead and add that in there. Now I'm going to top this up with water first, and then I'm going to put the brown sugar in here, and then we'll toss in the peppercorns. All right. So I'm going to do 1 gallon of water, and I may top it up a little more depending on if it covers my bird enough in here or not. I did buy a 20-pound or a 19-pound bird this time. I usually get like a 16-pound or even a 12-pounder at times I've gotten. This year we've got some guests and stuff, so I'll make sure I have plenty of turkey for everyone. So I'm just going to go ahead and put 4 quarts in this. This is a 2-quart cup, so I'm going to have to do this twice. This is actually one of my brewing um, vessels I use to collect samples and everything, but it's a 2-quart container. So we're going to do that. Do another one. I might do 3 if I need to here. This is a big bird. Of course, when I put the turkey in, it's going to displace some of the liquid there and make it rise up. All right. So that's a gallon of water. All right. Let's go ahead and add the brown sugar and peppercorns in there. So I'm going to do a cup of brown sugar. This is a 1/2 cup measuring cup, so measuring cup. I had that right the first time. All right. Set the brown sugar aside. Don't need that anymore. Just kind of putting everything over there out of the way. All right, man. This is a brand new thing of peppercorn, so I gotta pop the little stupid plastic thing off. I usually struggle with those things, but man, I guess it's favoring me because I'm live tonight. So we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of some good old peppercorns. This is just some simply organic peppercorns. I don't know why I bought them, but I did. 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. You measure spices enough times, you get the general idea of what a tablespoon and a teaspoon is. So I got a little magical whisk here, a little cheapy one. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this stuff up for a minute. And what we'll do next is we'll get the turkey and we will put it in this bag. You can see there, a little foamy. That's that bourbon. Bourbon kind of gets foamy when you whip it up like that. I can smell it. It smells really good. So I just want to make sure that brown sugar is what I'm concerned about the most. It takes a good bit of whisking to dissolve. Yeah, these bags work great, man. They work great for just putting the turkey in there and then just kind of containing it. Um, I have entertained getting a actual brining tank or brining tub of some sort because I do this every year for the past, I don't know how many years I've been smoking turkeys, but I always have to brine it because I don't want it to dry out on the smoker. So there we go. Now I'm gonna go get the turkey out of the fridge right quick. All right. Got our brine over here. I'm gonna move it over some. Got Mr. Turkey right here. I need to get a tray for this guy because I need to uh, be able to cut them open on top of that while getting my countertops all messy. So let me get a tray real quick. As soon as I find our little magnetic opener. We have a 2-year-old. We didn't have the little magnets on everything, she'd be into everything. The second child she's definitely into everything compared to the first one. The first one started to get into everything, then she kind of stopped. So I got myself a little tray here, a little aluminum tray. I never put these in the dishwasher because dishwashers and aluminum do not mix well. So yeah. What do I smoke at? You don't want rubbery skin, man. To be quite honest, what I do is and welcome to the channel, man. Hey, Daddy Dutch. What I do is I start out low and slow, 225, 230. I'm actually going to throw this on the Traeger this time. Sometimes I do it on a Kamado, so I've done it on offset as well before. Um, I start out at 225, and then towards the end, when I'm ready to like almost take it off, like the last hour or so, I'll crank that temperature up to like 270, 300 or whatever, and that'll kind of like crisp up the skin. But when I put the rub on, as you'll, well, you won't see it because that's tomorrow, um, unless I decided to live stream that. But when I put the rub on, I use like olive oil, whatever on the skin, and the olive oil is like one of the best things you can do to like poultry skin because it just reacts with the heat so well, and it just crisps up that chicken, turkey, whatever you're making. But yeah, start out low and slow, and then when you're getting closer to the finish line, that's when I usually like crank the heat up a little bit, and because I'm concerned about the same thing as you, rubbery skin. You hate dry turkey, you'll brine and inject it. Iowa, yeah, man. I knew you were from Iowa. Um, that's the other thing I do tomorrow. Like after I take this out of the brine, I'm going to bring it back, pat it dry. I'll, just kind of get all the peppercorns and everything off it, and then I will inject it real good, and then after that, I will rub it down, throw it on the smoker. Bada bing, bada boom. I need a knife. All right, let's go ahead and cut this thing open. I'm monitoring the chat too while I'm doing this because I'm actually a tablet because OBS Studio is not showing the chat. So the other thing, in a funny story, man. One time I was smoking a turkey, and I was for sure certain that there were no giblet packet inside the turkey. I just couldn't find it. And I guess like it was just down in there, and I couldn't find it. And then after I smoked the turkey, there was a nice smoked packet of giblets inside. And I just tossed that thing. Um, Also, sometimes these turkeys come with one of those temperature pop-up temperature guys, and I usually throw that away as well. So, and then this stupid plastic thing that I never use. I've never ever left this thing on, and I know some people do because it helps hold things together. Here's the neck. Neck's good if you want to do gravy or whatever. You can keep the neck and get the meat off of that. I usually don't. I don't usually use the neck. So, what is everybody making? Is everybody smoking turkeys tonight or tomorrow? I should say. I do one every year. Smoke it. And there's that stupid thing. I never use this thing, so toss it in the sink. I got a lot of stuff here that I need to. I'm just going to drain off a little bit here in the sink, of course. All right. Now I need to dig in here and find that packet. 'Cause I'm not smoking one again. Found it. I found it. Yeah, so this too, man. You can use it to make gravy. Some people do. I don't. Um, I've never been big on giblets. My mom, when growing up, she would always make giblet gravy and stuff, and I would eat it. But I've never been that fond of it. I'm just gonna throw this in here. I'll put both of these just in my little container here. All right. I'm still gonna have to like Lysol my counters anyways. So this is a big one. I mean, this is a bigger one than I'm usually smoking. This is a 19 pounder. She's a big one. She's gonna go for a little while. I'm not sure how long this one's gonna smoke. I think I average, between 6 to 8 hours typically with a turkey. I've had them finish sooner in Kamado. They finish sooner in Kamados because Kamados just hold heat so much. But I usually just fold the wings back. But um, just making sure ain't nothing else in there before I put this in the brine solution here. So let me slide my tray over. And yes, I'm going to be cleaning my counters off here in a second. So I'm going to put it well, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be flopping it around through the night. I'll let it brine for a few hours and then I'll tumble it a little bit and so everything gets equally brined. You did 78 turkeys this year, 76 for our church in oven bags with one whole bird for a customer and one spatchcock for us. Man, that's a lot of turkeys, man. I just do the one every year. I don't I don't participate in like any community type barbecue ordeals. Um, but that's awesome that you do that. Especially for your church. The spatchcock, man. Yeah, you brought up spatchcock. I love spatchcocking chicken, especially. You can speed up the process. You can definitely speed up the temperature increase and everything. Like I guess it's the way the heat flows across the bird. When you open it up like that, you're getting just two sides of heat on that thing versus just it having to kind of go around. You kind of take out some of the. I guess it's more aerodynamic or something as far as the way the smoke flows and everything. But yeah, you'll if you spatchcock a bird, you'll cut the time quite a bit doing that. Uh, you're eating seafood tomorrow. I guess you're you're done with turkey. So, anyways, I am going to drain this off, throw this in my sink, and I got turkey blood on my counter here, so I am going to take the gloves off, and I am going to wipe this down with some Lysol wipes and stuff real quick. Don't need nobody dying at the dinner table tomorrow. So, as a matter of fact, I'm not even going to top this up with water. Um, if you look, man, let me wipe this off first, real quick, man, before I get ahead of myself. I don't want to put the bottom of my kettle on blood. Where are those Lysol wipes? Okay. No, she's not listening to me. Where are those Lysol wipes at? Becca, Lysol wipes. Where are they? Oh, you put them back? Okay. Yeah, she was using Lysol wipes earlier, so I'm trying to find them. Easy. Oh, yeah. Ta-da. All right, let me wipe this counter down with some bacteria killing power. All right, man. But yeah, that's it for the brining. I wanted to do this live just to kind of chat with you guys. Anybody that might be bored and just kind of hanging out, waiting for the next day. And we always do Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving. I know some people did their Thanksgivings earlier, and um, but yeah. So now I can move the kettle over. This is like I said, this is the bag I'm using this year. It's a hefty bag, just like one of the storage bags, you know. I usually just kind of push the air out as much as possible. And it's not leaking or anything, but I'll show you what this looks like here in a second after I zip it up. So this is kind of cool because it has the double zip. It's got some double zip action going on there. So we'll zip it all the way almost, and then I'll kind of squeeze that last bit of air out, and then we will seal it up. All right. So that's what we got right here, man. Let me pull it up and show you. Of course, you can see over the camera, but if I pull this guy up, you can see. Oops, sorry, got the dogs excited. You can see I don't need to add anything to that. Um, what I will do with this is I'm gonna put some ice on it, put the lid on it, and then I'll flop it around a little bit, and the ice will keep it nice and cold. Um, I usually will put this in the fridge if I got space. Or I will take the turkey out of this, put it in the cooler, throw a ton of ice on it. Or I can actually just put a ton of ice on this, put this inside of a cooler. Either way, just want to keep the turkey cold and let that brine do its thing. But, but yeah, yeah, that's it. I just wanted to do a quick live stream, just brining up some turkey, and I've got a little lid here to kind of contains it and everything. And I'll put this, like I said, I'll either put this in the fridge or confined space, which I don't think I will, or I will just like put a bunch of ice on it and it'll keep it cold. So, anyways, I'll hang out for another minute, see if anybody else hops in real quick, and then I'll bid everyone adieu. Um, but that's a real simple brine that I make every year. The turkey always comes out nice and juicy, never dry. And you get a little bit of all those little flavors in there as well. And then the injection just kind of adds a little more flavor power to it. Um, so yeah. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving, and I do plan on doing a live stream of a winter ale, winter warmer, or winter ale beer here in December soon. So that'll be the next live stream I do. I got some barbecue videos I want to kind of churn up as well. It's been a while since I've done a bunch of those. But I appreciate you watching. Appreciate you joining me, interacting with me for a hot minute. And we will see you guys next round. Cheers.